Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 142 for 10/10, 10th of October, 2021. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And welcome back to the podcast, everyone. How's your week been?
Welcome.
For those of you watching in stereo, hello.
Surround sound.
I've got a funny feeling I've only got a mono microphone, so that was wasted.
So far. Well, I'm just talking, in a headphone thing.
I can't even pan the sound. I have no control of the sound.
I need to upgrade.
We
need to get more professional.
Yeah, I've got one of them. One of those. What's his name? James Whale microphones. You know those ones.
Oh yeah.
At the desk. You know one of those ones.
Yeah, I need to get something like that. I need to upgrade.
They're not bad. They're okay.
Now we've got all these millions of listeners now.
That's right. Yeah. Play some money back into the organization.
That's exactly it. Put it back in.
Yeah. Rather than just constantly taking it out. Did you enjoy your 10p mix the other day there?
I could have went somewhere with that, but I thought better not. Yeah. You keep sipping that wee Dr. Pepper.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. No. Well, thanks for asking. I had a good week up until Friday when my Genesis concert was cancelled.
I know. Gutted.
That was upsetting.
I'm gutted for you.
I feared it all the way through. I saw like the gigs in England and stuff, and then they played their first night on Thursday at the Hydro in Glasgow, and I feared the worst. Just kept fearing it. I was like, no. Just because Phil Collins looks so ill and stuff.
Yeah,
that was a bummer.
Yeah.
So they cancelled the last 4 shows.
So it's Glasgow and then 3 shows at the O2, I think it was.
Yeah, in London. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a bummer. I mean, do you know, it's not so bad actually for me because I'm just up the road from Glasgow. But there was people travelling from Germany and Sweden and France and Spain. Oh God, aye. Yeah. So I feel for those people that have bought the tickets and ended up in Glasgow with nothing to do.
Yeah.
So that's a shame. It's a bummer.
Julie went to see them the first night.
I know. Did she not spell my name right or what?
No.
She tagged me on a thing and said, "This is for you, Jody," with an IE.
I know. I know. I don't know what to say. I know. 20 odd years you've known her, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thanks, Julie. I'm going to spell your name wrong.
Spell it the same way Julie Delpy spells her name.
I'm going to. Do you know? I should reply to it saying, "Thanks, Julia." And a bracket. See how you like it.
The minute times I get Kelly as well.
Yeah.
I mean they having 2 last names, I guess.
Yeah. Julie and Gordon got to see them.
She said it was a good show.
Delighted for them.
She said it was a good show, but she's not surprised that one of the band got coronavirus that night because it was 11 billion degrees in the Hydro.
Was it? Really?
Yeah.
Right.
She said it was really, really warm. And
really?
Yeah, and the atmosphere wasn't particularly great. Nobody was dancing. And not many people
was dancing.
No.
I've heard that comment. I've never danced to Genesis. I don't know about you. I've never danced to any Genesis song. I don't want to go too much into this, but I did hear as well at the end of the gig that they normally, every gig they've done so far, they've done a bow at the end. They've all stood in a row and done a bow.
Yeah.
And that one at the Hydro they didn't, and Tony Banks, the keyboard player, shot off as quick as he could. And I thought, well, he's 70, he's probably bursting for a piss.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought. That would have been me.
Aye, I don't know. I actually don't know how they've managed to do. I can barely last half an hour through doing this without needing a toilet break.
It's true.
Do you know what it is? It's the more I start thinking about it, I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, I
Don't
don't
think
need the
about it.
toilet. I don't need the
Don't
I
think
do.
about it.
So
Don't think
do?
about it at 11.
How can they do 2.5 hours at the age of 70?
I don't know.
Amazing.
So does Nick do a drum solo halfway through?
No, I don't think
Aw.
so. Have you seen him playing though?
Oh yeah, he's good.
Nick Collins,
Yeah.
Phil Collins' son. Boy, is he good!
Yeah, he's really
Wow. Have you seen him talking? Have you seen him get interviewed?
good. Yeah.
What a guy! He's only
Merkin,
20.
isn't he?
He's like totally. But he's like so grounded and down to earth.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
A great
guy.
So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
That you didn't get to see Genesis, but they're coming around again.
Yeah, it's just been postponed. It's not been cancelled.
It's not been cancelled. It just means that they're tacking on to the end of the dates there. I did notice that, and this is where we start losing viewers and listeners. Marillion, they can't get insurance. So this is it's more of a bigger problem is they can't. No one can get insurance for COVID. You can't buy COVID insurance. No one's going to insure you.
Yep.
And so they want to be able to feed people. And so what they've asked people, which is what they used to do in the 1700s, is like, I want to take a sailing ship and I want to take it from Dundee to the New World.
Marillion did this in the 1700s.
No, I'm saying this is what people used to do. This is how Lloyd's of London got started, was basically you sign up for it. In fact, what's his name? Oh God, that guy. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was all into it. And it's a thing that people do, is you basically bankroll an endeavor. That's what you do, is you give a share and you get something from it at the end of it. And so what they're offering is,
they wanted to rediscover Australia. Yeah. So they got people together, got some money, and said rediscover Australia, but they ended up just blowing it in drugs instead. Who
was the old singer? Adam some other. He was kind of not Adamant. He was Adam Faith. Is it Adam Faith?
Oh, Adam Faith.
Adam Faith. Yeah. He was.
Now we're hemorrhaging here, Sloan. Hemorrhaging.
Well, anyway, but the thing is that if you pay a certain amount of money to it, they're going to create this fund, £150,000 fund, and if anything unforeseen happens, they can pay wages and all that kind of stuff out of that fund.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting way around it. But yeah, it is a concern. I mean, I don't know how Genesis are paying for, like, because they've got to pay people for.
Well, this is the thing, right? That's what. I know we're kind of going on a wee bit, but the Rolling Stones, obviously, Charlie Watts, God rest his soul, died, and the Rolling Stones they'd already started their tour, and Charlie couldn't make it, and he subsequently died, and Mick Jagger said that Charlie Watts wanted the band to go on, type that. So he told. So he told.
Yeah.
But then he's basically
Charlie
saying,
Watts' his ghost is going, no, I didn't.
But basically saying, don't cancel because I'm not coming.
Yeah.
There's people there's other people in the band to pay. There's, they've already went through a year of COVID and not been paid and stuff like that. So, people need their wages and they've got a living. All the rig and crew, the sound guys, security, whatever.
Yeah.
So there's more to it than just the band. So.
Well, there's all these. You got to set up all these venues, and you got to put the deposits and all that kind of stuff down for all these venues. You can't just turn up at a venue and go, do you mind if I use your concert hall? It's like these have got to be planned months in advance because they've got calendars and they've got to figure out all this kind of stuff as well. So
you feel for all the people involved.
It's to be frank and honest, I think a tour, especially of like Rolling Stones and Genesis level, is a logistical nightmare. Like it involves many hundreds and hundreds of people, very talented individuals, and you've got to get everything just right. I remember U2 would have like, was it 2 or 3 rigs, and they would be like, one rig would be sent across to the next town where they were playing this one. They would set up, and then they would kind of like leapfrog across the country. Craziness. Anyway.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted here.
That's all right. I'm going to play the intro for the tea. So this is the part of the program we talk about the tea.
Indeed. Good.
So, whoa, discotheque. Talking of YouTube. Try that again. So it looks like Daniel Craig's final Bond movie, Layer Cake. I'm sorry, No Time to Die.
He's smashing it.
He's smashing it.
Yeah.
With and Freddie Mercury plays the bad guy. Is that right?
Freddie Mercury does. Yes, that's right. Yep. Who would have thunk it?
I know. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
Turns out he was a hacker this whole time.
Yeah.
I'm completely lost, but. So I have not seen. I'm looking forward to watching the Daniel Craig Bond movies because I've seen one of them. I saw Skyfall. So apparently, before you go and see this, you need to go and see Spectre.
Yeah, there's a couple of characters overlapping in this one. Yep.
Yeah.
So.
You know the story about Spectre, don't you?
That is, it's a kind of ongoing thing in Bond.
Yeah, but they couldn't use it for X number of years because the guy that invented Spectre fell out with Eon Productions and they couldn't use it.
Right, okay.
And so they hugged and made up, and now Spectre can come back as a baddie.
Yeah. Is it?
And I think Blofeld was included with that as well because they couldn't use him.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, and he's been played by different actors over the years. Yep. And the last time he was seen, it was dropped down a big giant chimney.
He was,
by
but
Roger Moore.
Roger Moore, but it wasn't Stavros Blofeld. It was just some bald guy because they couldn't call him. They couldn't call him that, and that was basically the way to sort of get rid of him for him for this meantime because he obviously fell out with the guy.
And it was the opening credits as well.
It was, yeah. He was on like a helicopter or something.
Aye. In a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. So yeah, well done for him. Well done, Daniel. Nice.
Yes, fantastic. I can't wait to see it. I can't believe I've not seen it yet. But
and so they're introducing a new 007, I believe.
I've heard that a female
007. Okay.
I hope that's not going to be the continuation because I think 007 should still be I
think 007 should be James Bond. Well,
yeah.
I think it should be James Bond. It's like James Bond 007. It's not, Brian McGinty.
So when you're saying introduce a new date 007, you mean 00
agent, yeah. Well, what I've heard is that she's going to be 007.
The last time they did that,
in there.
Last time they did that, it was Sean Bean, wasn't it? He was 006.
It was, yeah.
Right?
But there's been a couple of 006s because there's one where they go on a training mission in Gibraltar, and 006 and 005 are there as well. And they both get killed in the opening.
So is there I wonder if there's how Daniel, I don't know if the 007 character, is that this, well, I suppose he's called James Bond, so it effectively is the same character all the way through the movie's meant to be. I thought they could have made it like, it could have been 007 and that was his kind of pseudonym was James Bond, and that's kind of the way they maybe should have done it.
Of course,
instead of it being,
there is another theory that there is yet another code name, John Mason.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, we spoke about this before, didn't we?
I like that conspiracy theory. That's my favorite conspiracy theory about James Bond. He was on the rock.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I like that. I like that theory.
I like that too.
That theory makes me happy.
Yeah. It makes me glow with joy.
I'm gonna show this, and if we get a copyright strike, I'm never showing DC stuff again. Okay.
All you need to show is the picture.
The still. No, I know. I'm gonna show the still,
Aye.
and if I get a
Aye,
copyright strike, I'm not gonna be happy.
Mhm. But I've got a rundown here.
Nice one.
Yeah. So this is happening. Obviously, well, not obviously if you're not watching on YouTube. 16th October,
this Friday.
2021. DC fandom, and they're going to announce all the latest stuff that's coming up. Which actually, a lot of it sounds like the stuff they announced before, but it's not happened because of COVID. So they're kind of announcing a lot of it again.
So is it going to be like the Thunderdome? 2 superheroes enter, only one can leave.
No.
Is it going to be like the Pleasure Dome then? Oh
no, they did the fandom thing before.
Did they?
No, this is not the first one. They did it last year.
Yeah. I have. It's not.
You see,
they try so hard, but I just feel like they're not quite getting it DC, and now they're playing catch up.
No, I know you think that, but and we don't often talk about DC stuff, but you know, there's still a lot of good stuff, right? I'll do the wee rundown here, right?
Yep.
Right, and a lot of these things you think, wait a minute, we've had these before. New trailer for the Batman.
I'm actually looking forward to that. I think Robert Pattinson looks great.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Content for the DC League of Super Pets.
Yeah, not interested.
So far we've seen both these things.
That's the barrel being scraped as far as I'm concerned. Black Adam I'm interested in because again it's but again it's because I want to go and see the movie star Dwayne Johnson. Because I like
so far
he's good.
So far a lot of these things I think we've heard of already. No.
Oh, okay.
What is it? So far we've seen.
He does like movies set in jungles.
Yeah. So far we've heard and seen these already. You know, the Black Adam thing that was announced last year was just a kind of set of sort of animatics.
Yep.
Animatics and things like that. Kind of just kind of illustrations and things.
So just to go back to sort of like his character. So his character it's the same. It's a different color scheme, obviously, because it's black and yellow, which looks very nice. Because I've seen clips of the armor, but it's Shazam, isn't it? It's the same lightning thing as Shazam,
right?
Because there was one for Shazam 2, Electric Boogaloo, whatever it's called.
That's the one.
And it's the exact same thing, except his is red, white, and yellow.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if it's like the same character things.
Because I'm not sure what the origin story is for it. Actually, I just know that it's. I'm not familiar with it.
Okay.
So the Flash, we know that's coming because Michael Keaton's going to be in it as Batman.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, alternative universe.
Yeah, sneak peek. They don't call it that, so they call it something else, don't they? The DC thing, they've got a different name for it. What if something? Anyway, so then we've got Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom, sequel to Aquaman, and Shazam: Fury of the Gods, sequel to Shazam. Behind the scenes looks. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, Shazam was good. I like Shazam.
Well, it was great, brilliant. TV stuff: Batwoman, The Flash, Superman and Lois, and Sweet Tooth. Exclusive look. Aye, that was Netflix. Sweet Tooth. Watch it.
Yeah.
The little kids that are little animals and stuff. And,
no.
The comic book.
No. Was it a kids show?
No. It's good. It was a kind of apocalyptic type thing, whereby all the kids kind of became like sort of crossbreed with animals.
Gerbils and raccoons and stuff like that.
Gerbils and raccoons, yeah. It's weird.
Okay.
Emus, stuff like that.
Emus.
I don't know. And but yeah, Suicide. I'm quite interested in this one actually. Suicide Squad spin-off series Peacemaker.
Oh yeah, John Cena's getting his own show.
Aye, that was an interesting character in that movie actually. It was think of the the guy in The Boys, the Homelander character.
Aye,
Think of that,
yeah,
but he's not. He doesn't realize he's being bad. He
okay.
thinks he's doing. He's like got a completely pure attitude about what he's doing, and he thinks it's basically anything he does, as long as there's peace, it makes peace. He doesn't care. So he's got no kind of self-awareness of what he's actually doing. He's just in it for the peace factor.
Pierce
he's
Brosnan.
not doing it for his own. He's not doing it for his own cause, type thing.
We were talking about James Bond there earlier on, and we'll be talking about James Bond later on. Pierce Brosnan is in the Black Adam movie as Dr. Fate.
That's good. Did you hear what I said before?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, farewell to Supergirl. Sneak peeks, Doom Patrol Titans, blah 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 blah.
Oh,
like this is mostly good stuff.
Is that because Supergirl's getting cancelled?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
The
series is ending.
Yeah, animated Catwoman, some other stuff. So I think that's basically the good stuff.
Is it? Okay.
Some comic book stuff, Wonder Woman, Batman Fortnite crossover. That's happened before, though. It's done that before.
I think so, yeah.
Harley Quinn season 3, which is a cartoon. Yeah, so that's all the good stuff.
Cool. You okay now with all the chaos going in the background?
Very off-putting, isn't it?
It's...
You hear that?
Right. Well, perfect. Occasionally it's coming through, yeah. So here's a picture of Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
He looks like he's been surprised here.
He does.
He's like, oh!
I don't know if he's like, I've lost my keys. Where's my keys? Have you seen my keys?
He's looking quite old.
Type thing.
Harrison.
I know.
It's a shame. I mean,
there's a photograph, actually. I don't know if it's within this, but there's a picture of him with Indiana Jones fans, and he looks completely bewildered. He's almost 80 right now. But see if you click on this, right, and then scroll down a little bit.
Show some of these ones here first.
Yeah, okay.
So there's the Mads Mikkelsen pointing to where the toilets are. Harrison Ford using one of the toilets.
Thinking that's a toilet, but it's not. It
looks good there, though.
Yeah, he does, actually. Yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen realizing that Harrison Ford wasn't using the correct toilet.
Yes.
Harrison
Ford looks good there.
After being told that he'd used the wrong toilet.
I can see a theme here.
Yep. And if I scroll down here...
Yeah, he's sitting with some fans. I think it's this. No,
it's not that one.
This is great for podcast. Oh, there it is. There, he looks really old in this picture.
Oh, he does, yeah. Which one's the real Indiana Jones? Well, it's not that guy pretending to be Sean Connery, that's for sure.
He looks pretty good, though. This is a photograph. We'll just explain for the podcast listeners.
Yeah.
This is a photograph of Indiana Jones with some Italian Indiana Jones fans dressed as Indiana Jones, and one of them is dressed as Sean Connery, Indiana Jones' dad.
Yes.
He looks younger than Indiana Jones in this picture.
He does. That guy there on the bottom left looks like Joel McHale.
Yeah.
And that guy just looks so happy to be here.
Top left, Aquaman, I think.
Top quest looks like he's
Jason Momoa.
The top left guy looks like he's going to break out into Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah, he does actually. Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah. Not one of them's got the hat right, apart from the guy in the middle, though.
They must have won a competition or something.
They must have. Well, I mean, it probably feels like they won a competition. That's great. Somebody just got it in Lady Hawk, and so on and so forth. DuckTales the movie. Nope, there they are there. And the old wrinkled suit. Nice.
He's got to be the baddie, doesn't he, Mads?
Yeah, I would have thought so, yeah.
Got to be. He's great. I love him.
Yeah.
Hey, fantastic.
Here's a terrible segue. Did you like that 70s show?
No.
Oh, well, you're gonna hate this. They're bringing it back.
Oh, brilliant!
It's gonna be called That 90s Show.
Wow. Never watched it, actually. I'm saying I didn't like it, but I never watched it.
So, Kurtwood Smith, who was the bad guy in RoboCop.
Wow.
I mean, he was. And Deborah Jo Rupp, who was the boss's wife in WandaVision. WandaVision.
All right, okay. Yeah, she was good. I liked her.
She's fantastic. Both of them together really made that 70s show. I mean, it was around the kids. But anyway, so the spin-off is Eric and Donna, who were the sort of sweethearts in the original show. They have a daughter called Leah. They were big Star Wars fans because it was set in the 70s. So Leah Foreman goes back to Wisconsin to stay with her gran and granddad over the summer, and this is her experience of that in that 90s show. So that's the that's the idea. Yeah. So that sounds nice. I'm quite looking forward to that. I'm sure it'll be quite
neither
good.
Here nor there, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be nice. Yeah. Maybe.
So I'm looking forward to it. I think it may be quite good fun.
Netflix are doing a lot of that just now for bringing things back.
Yeah. Why is that not out there?
I was going to say Crystal Maze. What do you call it? Dark Crystal. That back.
That's right. Yeah. Well, that's that they cancelled that though.
He-Man brought that back.
Yeah. They did cancel Dark Crystal. Anyway, talking of Deborah Jo Rupp guest starring in WandaVision, another WandaVision spin-off has been announced. That's right. Catherine Hahn is going to get a Agatha Harkness TV series, which is great because she deserves it. Yeah. She's a great actress. Yeah, it's a fantastic character. Don't think I can say any more about that. Looking forward to it.
Yeah,
it's kind of stinks about Plus, though, it'd be nice if she was like a bigger villain or something in one of the movies. But the problem is,
maybe it's just in sort of not pre-production, but development. Maybe it'll turn into something different. You never know these things.
It's kind of funny actually because I've been watching the James Bond movies as you and all the viewers and listeners know that I've been watching these movies. And the thing I've realized from James Bond is I always when I think of James Bond, I always think he saves us from world-ending cataclysmic disaster.
Yes.
I think everyone thinks that. And in actual fact, that's not true. He's mostly up against drug dealers and people who have got some grief for the government and they want to stop some military contract going through, so they're going to make money. There's only very, very few ones where it's like, I'm going to destroy the planet type stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that the problem that you end up with the Marvel movies is they're going to end up doing what we did, which is painting ourselves into a corner.
What you've just done there?
Well, have I done it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just so okay. So in my head.
Oh wait a minute! I get it now. You're talking about painting again?
No, what
Say that again.
Well, what we're saying is that if you keep on building the bad guys up and up and up and up and up and up, you've got to keep making them bigger and bigger and bigger. So eventually you have to fight Galactus.
Yes.
In the MCU. It just has to happen. You can't have one where it's like an international arms dealer. Like, you can't slow it down and just like do these kind of things. Like,
I've
not
fought
every.
Galactus, by the way.
Have you?
Yes.
When
Marvel
was it? Was it
Marvel
over?
Lego
Oh,
game.
did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've done that as well. Yeah,
He's in
I've
that.
done that. Yes,
That's a great game.
Devourer of Worlds.
Superheroes. Yeah.
Anyhow, going back to WandaVision. So yeah, it'd be nice to see her as a baddie in a movie, but I think they're just keeping her for TV, which is a bit of a shame. But it would be
Well, not
nice.
really, because it's quite epic, isn't it? The TV stuff that they've been doing.
Aye. Oh no, that's true. Yeah, yeah,
It's pretty epic.
yeah.
I'm even interested in the Hawkeye thing. Yeah, it looks great from the trailers.
Hawkeye the new.
Aye.
I'm interested in it in the fact that this is probably the last time we'll see Clint as Hawkeye. So yes.
Oh, come on.
What?
We all know he should have went down the hole
We do.
instead of Black
Although,
Widow, but
did you see? Did you see that
what
movie?
if?
Did you see What If?
Yes. Now, does that
That's
mean
a
that she's
what out.
back? Does that mean she's back then?
I don't know. I mean, anything's possible now.
I actually thought that was a really, really good finale.
Yeah, it was. It was good. We're
Felt
not up
quite
to that
epic.
yet. Can
Oh,
we talk
sorry.
about that later on? Because
Yeah.
I've got some good news for you.
Oh, good, great.
David Tennant, friend of the show.
Lovely guy.
He is going to be remaking Around the World in 80 days.
Oh, okay.
And apparently it's going to be that's him there. Let me use a new tab. How do I do that? Oh, there you go. You can zoom in. Boom.
Must have started doing it then.
Yeah, this is them. I'm assuming it's probably in production or something like that. So it says it's been remade for audiences now. Okay. It looks like they're all still stuck in the 1800s, but whatever. So yeah, I'm assuming that they've probably split Passepartout into two people. I think that's what they mean by that.
Streaming on, I'm assuming something, because it looks
something or other. Yeah, it looks very Netflix.
Apple or something, or
Yeah.
Netflix or something.
Yeah,
or Prime. Could be anyone, to be honest with me.
could be. Yeah. So anyway, I thought you'd like to know that Dave Tennant is
I did not
still
know that.
busy
Yeah.
and still doing fantasy type stuff as opposed to like acting with his pal.
Well,
in
he's
lockdown.
done well. He's still good as well. So
he's very good.
Good for him.
Good for him. Well done, wee
David.
Davey.
Well
Wee
done,
Davey
Davey.
for Bathgate.
The Teninator.
Shall we talk what you watching?
Yeah. Can I just
Sure. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So, what are you watching?
Got a fright there.
I woke you up.
Aye. Not a lot this week. We started watching a couple of things and kind of didn't quite go with it. I'm continuing with Squid Game. I've not finished it yet. I don't know about you.
Just finished episode 2.
Oh God, you're really behind then.
It's pulling me in, but it's just finding time to watch things this week. It's just been not good.
Episode 6. Talking of things that aren't pulling me in, Foundation. I'm very confused with.
Oh,
When
I'm very not confused.
Looks great and all that, and kind of it's good. But I think I might have to watch them all again, all 3 again.
I may have to do that for different reasons.
Because it just feels like I think I'm missing things. I love that kind of real sci-fi heavy sci-fi stuff,
Space
But
opera
for
type
me,
things.
for me, that Raised by Wolves was a real great one for that. The Ridley Scott one. Him and his son did the great heavy sci-fi stuff, So I do like it, and I feel as if I should love it. So I'm going to kind of maybe watch them again just to kind of. Recap.
So in the third one, I can't remember. So the third one is that 35 years later. Yeah, I think
it flips. It flips time actually. It goes back as well, doesn't it? Does it not?
I don't know if it does, and I think the confusion might be the fact that Cleonus, or isn't it Cleo? What's his name? Cleonus, the Emperor guy. He had clones
the
of him.
Older version, the old version
yes.
of him, and the kind of slightly older version, and him.
Yeah.
They're all talking with each other. Aye. Yeah, that's the episode. Yeah.
Cleon, that's the guy.
Yeah.
So, it shifts. So it's 35 years later. So the person who played Brother Day, so Lee Pace, who played Brother Day, when it shifts,
Day, Dawn, and Dusk. Is that right?
Yeah, but Lee is now playing the younger one, and they've replaced the younger one with a new younger one, and so Brother Day, who used to be Brother Day, is now Brother Dusk. And that took me a couple of seconds to.
Oh right, wait a minute then. I didn't get that. So that's 35 years in the future.
Yeah, so you're basically shifting the characters along. So Lee Pace is a completely different character to the one that you saw in the first episodes.
Right, okay.
He's the same guy, but he's a different character. And I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it. But
and was one of them finishing off that big giant mural?
The one is the scrapey thing.
One of the older ones.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yes.
And he fell off.
And that's so the old guy that's doing that is what the hell do they call him?
Dusk.
No, Brother Darkness.
Dawn.
Brother Darkness.
Was a different one.
Yeah. So there's Dusk. There's Dawn, Day.
You're not making
Dusk,
this any much easier for me.
And Darkness. And Darkness is the guy that's going to die.
Right.
He's going to die soon. So
and the Foundation thing is all to do with a build-up of information, like a library.
Yeah. It's like a foundation. It's like this is the foundation for climate change, or this is the foundation for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, that kind of thing. So STEM foundations or whatever. It's basically just a big building that you can go to and study whatever it is. And so that's what
anyway, yeah, it's heavy sci-fi, but not in a bad way. It looks fantastic. It's probably the best looking sci-fi show I've ever seen.
It reminds me
not even probably. It is.
And when I was a kid, I used to love this show, Martian Chronicles.
Yeah.
And it reminds me a bit of that.
Do you know the bit intrigued me in episode 1? The kids at the bottom of that kind of mound and the kind of monolith.
thing.
and they're all
Yeah.
kind of taking turns trying to
Mm.
get close to it, and they
And you
can't.
got to place the flag.
Aye, that intrigues me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's
have you
cool.
met the? Yeah, because I think in the third episode they introduce you to the warden. She's a guy in the land speeder.
Oh yeah. Do you know? I just got to that bit when it
Right.
got a bit more sci-fi, kind of Rogue One-ish.
Yeah.
I've not got through the whole episode.
Yeah,
Then
it's
I
kind
got
of they're
like
in
halfway
terminus
through
at this
that.
point,
Aye.
and everything's just a bit crap,
Yeah,
but they're
so
making the
I'm
most of it.
halfway through that third
Mhm.
episode. Then just when it
Right.
got tasty.
So I watched it. I watched the fourth episode on Friday, and I'm hooked. And he's like, "How can you watch that?" And I'm like, "I love this stuff. This is great. This is kind of what I'm hoping June is going to be like."
Yeah, me too. I think June will be more. I think it will be nice, heavy sci-fi, but I think it'll be a little bit more digestible. You know, for
I mean,
movie fans as
are they
well.
splitting it to 2 or 3 movies, June? Because it could probably be 3
Yeah,
movies.
yeah.
Oh, they
This
are?
is the
Okay.
first. Well, and it's been doing well.
Mhm.
So the worry was that because of COVID, it wasn't going to do well. But yeah, it's been doing good. And
Oh, is it
in
out?
Europe, it's. I think it's out. It's not out here,
Right.
but I think it's out in Europe because it's a European direct. It's a
Yeah, Dennis
European.
Villeneuve.
Aye, so I
He
think it
wants
was
to
out
direct Bond,
in.
apparently.
Yeah, well, he's a great director.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very good director. What he did with Blade Runner was just
Yeah. I've loved his stuff so far. Like, Arrival's a great movie as
phenomenal.
well. Despite the fact,
Yeah, fantastic movie. Arrival. One of the movies we started watching, but Evelyn thought it was a bit too of a man movie, so she decided to opt out. So we switched it off. But I'll watch the rest of it because I thought it was good. Infinite, it's called.
Okay.
With Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Prime and it's brand new. And I recommend it. What I've seen so far.
Okay.
It's a kind of Matrixy type thing where he's got memories of things that happened in the past to him, like way back in the past, as if he's lived different lives and stuff. And he's got these skills that he can just adapt to and stuff. And the action in it's really good. And yeah, I thought it was great. We watched about maybe half an hour, 45 minutes of it. Then everyone's like, that's obviously not in the mood or whatever.
I think it's on Paramount Plus over here because it's a Paramount movie.
Oh, really? Is it not on?
It's fine. I've got Paramount Plus anyway. So.
All right. No, I recommend it. I think you'd like it.
Okay.
We watched a thing on the BBC, which is good as well. And it's got Stephen Graham and Colin Farrell in it.
Who's Stephen Graham?
I think it's called The North. Stephen Graham is, you'll know him.
Oh, I do know him, right? Okay, yeah, I do know.
North Water.
Yeah. He was in that movie.
What one?
The movie, The Irishman.
He was in. He was. He was in that the kind of really good scene.
He plays Tommy. He goes, "What are you going to do, Tommy? Throw it at him."
Aye, and Al Pacino's criticising what he's wearing.
Yeah, he goes, "You turn up to a meeting like this."
He's like, "We're in Florida."
This is what you're talking about.
Stephen Graham's my wee pal. I think he's a great wee actor. Oh man, I love it. Watch anything he's in.
There's have you watched the Michael Bean, Sean Bean Time or something it's called?
Yeah, I have. Aye. Mm-hmm.
Is that good?
Oh, it's brilliant. He's in that as well. Stephen Graham.
That's why I brought it up.
Terrific. Oh, watch that. It's terrific. It's great. And Sean, I've never seen Sean Bean better in anything. He's fantastic in it.
I said it. That looks like an unfunny version of porridge.
It is, I suppose. But yeah, Sean Bean's terrific in it, and Stephen Graham's always terrific.
He plays Mackay, doesn't he?
Brilliant. But this Northwater is great. Northwater's great. It's we always go off topic. Jesus Christ. Come on back in. Come on, everybody. Come on, back in. Reel me in.
We need two collie dogs to herd us back to the conversation. Come by.
Yeah, and Colin Farrell's great in it as well. He is channeling his best Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood, though, I must admit.
I drink your milkshake. That thing. Yeah.
That exact, accent.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which isn't a bad thing.
No, I mean, you're going to steal from the best.
Aye, it's still quite obvious.
Mm-hmm.
God, I watched that on my birthday. I was like to Evelyn, she's like, what do you want to do on your birthday, you know? And I was like, we couldn't do anything, so I was like, I want to watch There Will Be Blood on the projector. That's what we did. What a film. Oh my God. Love it. Fantastic. And I think that's about me.
Okay. Well, for movie-wise, I watched 2 movies this week. First one was I rewatched Office Space again.
That's a good film.
It's a great movie. Everybody's fantastic in it. Stephen Root, who plays Milton in it, I had the red thing behind stapler and I had a window and I could watch the squirrels and they were married. And I told him, I said, if you move my desk again, I'll burn it down.
What was that on Netflix?
No, it wasn't. It was on. I had it in DVD and I burned it onto Plex.
All right, you've just got it. Okay.
I just have it. And then Friday nights, which actually was Saturday night. It was last night. The World Is Not Enough. James Bond. 007
we did the same
Returns.
actually. Friday night wasn't our. We had to do a Saturday night, maybe.
Yeah, so we watched The World Is Not Enough.
Sorry, I forgot. We watched Bruce Almighty.
All right. How many fingers have I got?
Night. Aye, 7.
Wrong. Do you know where that movie's set?
Yes. Buffalo.
Correct. Just across the water.
Yep.
Features many, many famous landmarks in Buffalo.
So. That's what I said to Danny. I was like, you've been there, Danny? He's like, have I? I was like, yeah.
Fun fact, the M&T Bank headquarters, which is in downtown Buffalo, was designed by the same architect as the World Trade Center, and it contains many similarities.
There you go. Interesting.
There you go. Look about it. It's basically just a big giant rectangle, and it's got arches and stuff in it. It looks exactly the same, though. Especially the entrance facade. But anyway. Yes, we watched The World Is Not Enough. What am I talking about that for?
Welcome to Architecture Podcast with Sloan Kelly.
Love a good
listening in, John Kelly.
God, I love a good flying buttress. I do like flying buttresses. The World Is Not Enough. I like those big kind of gothic things. You know, the ones that you get. The World Is Not Enough is a James Bond movie.
That's correct. That's the right thing to say.
Starring Sophie Marceau. Denise Richards is in it. Robert Carlyle as well, who plays the baddie.
Oh, he's good in it. I remember.
Yes, yeah.
I like that one.
It was. It's okay. I preferred the second one of his, but this one wasn't too bad. It moves along. It's a fairly believable-ish story. And everybody's great in it. Robbie Coltrane's in it as well.
So he is. But he was in Goldeneye as well. Robbie Coltrane.
Yes, he was. Yep.
Do you know that the kind of common thing for Bond fans is the third movie of if if a Bond lasts a third movie, that's always their best film. So the Connery third movie, the Moore third movie, and the Daniel Craig third movie,
Really?
is always the best one.
Okay, let's put that to the test.
Obviously, Timothy Dalton didn't get to a third movie. Neither did what do you call him, George Lazenby.
George Lazenby. We haven't watched George Lazenby yet, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back and watch George Lazenby's one.
Oh, you've not? Okay.
Except for the last 5 minutes, because Henry refuses to watch it.
Right. So Sean,
I'll watch the last 5 minutes.
Pierce, and Sean, Pierce, Moore, and
Craig.
Daniel Craig. Yeah.
Okay, so
their third movies.
Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue Goldfinger's a pretty good movie, actually. Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Right. I did
Roger.
like Dr. No. Roger Moore. He did. I mean, Diamonds Are Forever was 1971, and we all know that 1971 is the best year ever invented. So, and it's a pretty good movie. Again, international diamond smuggling, not about ending planets. It's all about smuggling diamond. Anyway, so Live and Let Die, Man with the Golden Gun, The Spy Who Loved Me.
Was Live and Let Die his first film? Moore's first film?
Yep.
As Bond?
Yeah. I mean, that kind of breaks the whole thing then, doesn't it? Live and Let Die is better. Although I like Man with the Golden Gun as well. For Your Eyes Only is really good. I would say For Your Eyes Only.
And then Brosnan's third one?
Brosnan's third one is The World Is Not Enough.
There you go.
And then your pal, Daniel Craig, his third movie is When the Sky Falls.
Also known as the Home Alone version of Bond.
James Bond Home Alone edition, yeah.
That's when he goes back to his house, isn't it?
It is, yeah. He goes back up to Scotland, yeah. But yeah, The World Is Not Enough is the motto of the Bond family, according to James Bond, in The World Is Not Enough.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is something like, Mondo, still, whatever it is in Latin, I guess. Yeah, so we watched a lot of Seinfeld this week. We're plowing through that because it's on Netflix and there's 180 episodes to watch. Got to get through it. Every single one of them, I've been laughing my ass off at. Not the first season. Just want to caveat that. Not the first season. I know you're not a huge Seinfeld fan, Jody. By the time you've watched all 180 episodes, you'll be like, that was really good. I'm going to go back and watch them again. And then you'll be indoctrinated.
I will, probably.
Into the cult of Seinfeld. It is,
We've
honestly,
skipped season 1 so far.
Yeah, I would skip season 1.
We're on season 2, but I'm still kind of like that. Okay.
I've laughed at every single episode. And it's not been a kind of type laugh. It's been a like tears streaming down my face type
legs.
Saturday Night Live was last night, and Kim Kardashian West was on it.
Talking about funny shows.
It was actually so. I have a theory that they don't know how to write for women on Saturday Night Live, and
Adele was funny.
Adele was funny, yeah. But it's very, very rare that they have a female host and the show's funny. So every time I see a female host, it's like, Adele's funny.
I think Adele is funny.
Yeah.
She's funny in between songs. If you've ever seen her concert, she's funny.
Yeah.
Naturally. I don't think Kim Kardashian's probably that funny.
You'd be surprised. Her monologue I actually laughed a lot during it.
All right, okay.
I thought it was really good. She was fantastic in the episode. She was really good, and it was a lot of funny sketches in there as well. So I don't know if she brought in people or she's making the suggestions or whatever it is, but it really worked out. And it's very, very rare for me anyway when I'm looking at these things that the female hosts get a good kick of the can. I don't know what it is. I really don't, but. It's a shame because when it works, it really does work. And
it works. That's good. It worked.
Yeah. Good. Special guest was Halsey. She did a couple of songs. First one I didn't really
Who?
like. Halsey. You got to keep up with the kids. Then you had Genesis. Keep up with the kids. Halsey.
No.
Her second song though, she had it. Who do you not know? How do you not know Halsey?
Never heard of her.
She's massive. Do you know Cardi B?
Yes, I've heard of
Okay. Nicki
them.
Minaj.
That's her that can slap her butt cheeks together.
I don't know about that. Dua Lipa. Do you know Dua Lipa?
Oh, I like her.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Levitating.
She's good. I like her.
After you left, I played that. I asked them to play that on Friday night. And they go, "It's really good." I'm like, "Yeah, it is. It's Dua Lipa."
Who, Dua Lipa?
Yeah, I'd never heard.
Oh
of
yeah,
Levitate.
That's a great song.
That's the one I did.
Brilliant.
I was like,
That's
you got to
great.
listen to this one. Anyway, so we're watching Saturday Night Live. Halsey. She came on with a second song. She had a guest guitarist, Lindsey Buckingham.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Lindsey Buckingham.
Yep.
And he sung Holiday Road. No, I didn't. He was doing the old flamenco guitar, and she was singing over the top of it. It was great. It was fantastic.
Do you remember he had a song on the Ghostbusters theme tune as well?
Yeah, I Believe in Magic, wasn't it?
I love his stuff.
It's so good. It's honestly
his solo stuff. His solo stuff's brilliant.
Yeah,
I love it. Totally love it. Aye. Check it out on Spotify. Brilliant.
The stuff he did for Rumors is pretty good as well.
Tusk.
Oh, Tusk is great as well.
Well, that was basically his album.
Yeah,
definitely, 100%.
What else did I watch? I watched Squid Game episode 2, and we finished off Fargo, which Sam was just open jawed at the whole time.
I bet you.
Thought it was
so was that was the first season?
Yeah, that was the first season. Yeah. So unfortunately, before we get to the second season, I now have to watch the first season of Better Call Saul, which is a bit of a downer because I didn't really want to watch.
Is that the deal? Is it?
That was the deal. Yeah. Sometimes you have to pay the piper.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Any luck?
I know. So that's it. We're almost we're over an hour. Damn it. Anyway. Well, by the time we cut it down, it will be less than an hour.
Yeah, it'll be less.
Which is not too bad. Anyway, if you got this far, if you wouldn't mind helping the channel out, that would be great. If you could hit the old like button and share, and comment below as well. Comments are open. We keep our videos comments open because that also helps the channel as well. Because of the algorithms, because it's got to do with engagement and all this kind of stuff. I don't know how the algorithms work. You should probably watch C-SPAN and they'll explain it to you, because apparently that's what they do now, is explain algorithms super badly.
Can it be explained?
Yeah, it's just a mathematical formula. That's all it is.
Oh, okay then. I'll accept that.
All it is just waiting. That's all it is. It says, okay, if this post has 1,000 likes and 2 comments, then you wait it depending on what those things are. It's like it's just
say that again.
The comments are weighted higher than ratings, than likes.
And it doesn't matter.
If you have 100 likes and 100 comments, your post is going to be weighted towards the comments part of it.
Right,
because
dear,
they like engagement.
It's time for your scone and a cup of tea. It's fine.
Hit the old subscribe button, notification bell, because if you don't hit the subscribe button, notification bell, that actually goes down in the engagement part of the algos. And so but you'll get timely reminders of when we put a new video up, which is the most important part of getting the notification bell. So if you hit that old button down there, that'd be great. But yeah, until next time, we will catch you in the next video. And as soon as I find the outro, that'd be great. We'll see you there.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.